Hi guys, welcome to my channel Working Wives Rush. This beautiful evening, I thought of recording my evening routine with y'all. So it's 6 o'clock in the evening, and I am reaching my complex and parking my car. After my marriage, I realized that household responsibilities are equally important as compared to our professional responsibilities. Earlier, at my mother's place, I hardly did any household chores because I was completely busy in my studies and after that in my job. But after my marriage, since my husband, we both only stay here, we have started sharing the household responsibilities equally, and we have trained our minds in such a way that if we don't do this work, no one will do it. So this is how my house looks after entering. This is the way I left it in the morning. I understand that it's quite messy, but I'll clean it out now. This is my kitchen. This is the countertop, which is okay, and it looks clean since I had cleaned it in the morning. A clean countertop welcomes you, and that relaxing feeling for a woman is very nice. I'm just heating up some water to soak tamarind. This is because I'm preparing tamarind rice today. Then I'll freshen up and store these vessels which were washed in the morning to their designated places. So after washing, they were dried up, and now I have stored them and just putting the basket to its place. I always put the basket above a cloth so that whatever water drains out, it doesn't smudge the floor. After that, I'm going to my balcony to see this beautiful view of sunset. Actually, the sun has already set, so I will pull out all the clothes which were kept for drying yesterday and fold them. Folding the clothes is really important, but when I keep them for a longer time, it piles up and creates a messy look. So I have trained my mind that it only takes 5 minutes to fold a cloth. So I'll do it as and when required. I'll not wait for a designated time of the day to fold the clothes and keep it back into the wardrobe. Now, moving into the bathroom, I'll just check if the laundry which I had set in the morning is completed. So I'll be starting with cleaning the floor. I'm sweeping it. While sweeping the floor, the only thought which goes in my mind is I'm trying to remove all the negativity, dirt, negative thoughts from my mind. This is because it helps me into relaxation. This is a type of meditation which I follow for myself. Since I don't get much time to meditate for half an hour or so, I try to train my mind while I'm working only. After sweeping is done, I'll start mopping the floor. I use salt water to mop the floor. I'll add some salt, and then it is followed by a phenyl which has a good fragrance. After adding this phenyl, I'll mop the floor. While mopping the floor also, I give it a thought that I'm alert and I enjoy this work. I tell myself that now, since I have cleaned the house, cleaned myself, cleaned my body, my thoughts, now it's time to give it a good fragrance. So this is how beautiful my house looks, very organized and clean after mopping the floor. Also, I myself in my mind feel very good and feel fresh after doing all these things. Now I'm putting some rice to cook in a cooker. I'll wash it twice and then put the cooker on the gas stove so that I can take the whistles and start the preparation for tamarind rice. After putting the cooker on the gas stove, I have sorted urad dal, chilies into a little oil, and also dhania, and then I'll pull out the pulp of the tamarind. In the meanwhile, after the pulp is ready, the sorted mixture cools down, and then I'll grind it into a powder form. This powder will be added into tamarind rice afterwards. I'm Maharashtrian, and I never knew how this tamarind rice is made. but Satya auntie, my mother's friend, I used to eat it at her place and she taught me how to make it. After this, I am adding some peanuts in the oil. The oil is taken in the same kadai wherein I sorted the powder, the dals for powder. I'll roast these peanuts to turn it into pinkish color, more pinkish color, and a bit of crispiness is added. Then I am adding urad dal. I'll be stirring this mixture so that the dal also gets a bit golden color and crisp. Then I'm adding mustard seeds. Mustard seeds and jeera are the two ingredients which you'll see mostly into the recipes I'll be sharing with you all. After the mustard seeds are cooked, not cooked, but when they make that sound, I'll be adding a teaspoon of jeera. I have cut open some chilies, green chilies, not finely chopped, but they are slitted in between. This is just to bring a flavor to the tamarind rice. After that, I am adding curry leaves. Curry leaves are major part of any South Indian recipe, and since tamarind rice is South Indian, I'll be adding curry leaves, and after that a red chili just for flavoring purpose. After this, I'm adding tamarind pulp. I'll bring it to boil, and while it's boiling, I'll be stirring it continuously and then adding a bit of turmeric. I'm purposefully not adding any chili powder because I don't want to make it spicy. If you wish, you can add chili powder to make it spicy. After this, I'll be adding salt, and please remember that the salt needs to be added in more quantity since it's tamarind and tamarind is sour. So if any sour thing we are cooking, we need to add more salt to it so that the flavor enhances. By this time, the rice is ready in the cooker. So I have just kept the cooker for cooling it down. Meanwhile, I am adding the powder, masala powder, which I had made just now in the tamarind pulp. I am stirring this recipe. This is how it looks. I am loosening up the rice because when I add it in the kadai, I'll have to stir it. So I'm loosening it up in the cooker itself. Now this rice, I have added it in kadai and mixing up with the tamarind pulp and the masalas. So it looks yummy. Just garnishing with it with green coriander and preparing my plate wherein I have remains of some aloo vadi. Aloo vadi is patra. If you want to know the recipe, let me know in the comment box. And I'm also roasting a papad, which we will be enjoying while eating the tamarind rice. So this is how the plate looks. The remains of aloo vadi, I know it is not in circle, but this is what has remained from morning's leftover. And I have my helping hand, my dear husband, who is helping me in cleaning the utensils. Thanks a lot for watching my video. It was really helpful. If you liked my video and want me to come up with more videos related to working women and time tips and tricks, how to manage the home and office, let me know. Please subscribe to my channel. Thanks a lot. Have a good day.